This is your May 4th stimulus check update. There are still a lot of you that have not received payments yet. About 60% of you that answered on the community poll, you have not received any economic impact payments, and 40% of you that did receive it, some of you in that group did not receive the proper amount. Before we go through this Q&A, because there are a lot more questions that I received from the previous videos that I have compiled on here, let's talk about the additional stimulus check 2, what's going on. So basically, there are so many proposals going around: the $2,000 per month, the free rents, the Patriot Act to help people that are already working. These are all just proposals right now. And finally, during this week, it looks like Congress is coming back into office. So we might see things getting passed this week. But before anything that gets passed, let's talk about the first check, because a lot of people are still struggling to get that first check. Before we talk about any second check or any other proposal, I want to talk about what's happening. So I compiled a lot of your questions on here. I have them stacked. I want to rapid fire through all of your stimulus check questions. So hopefully this video can be the end all be all to all your questions for the first stimulus check before we get into the second one, because everything as of right now is just proposals and not actualities. Nothing is actually happening yet. So until there's news that's actually passed and is happening, I just want to talk about what we are dealing with, which is the first check. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's why I haven't really posted a video for an entire week about the stimulus check. It's because it's all been proposals. I just want to talk about what's been passed. So without wasting any more time, please drop a like if you enjoy these straight to the point updates. And we are also a community. Thank you to everyone that's been commenting on the videos below, helping each other out. You really help people that need questions answered, and also you provide information that are answering some of these questions here. So shout out to everybody in the comments that's sharing information of how they got their stimulus check, what's going on, giving updates, because the IRS website, while it's giving most of the information I'm providing here, there's still questions that are not answered that the general public has to answer by themselves. So through trial and error, we have more information. So this is the most up-to-date information on the stimulus check, the first one that you might not have gotten yet. So the first question is, I keep getting an error message on the Get My Payment site. I know I'm eligible. What do I do? So this is going to sound weird. The Get My Payment portal was updated on April 26th, and since then it's run pretty smoothly for a lot of people. But if you're still having errors, I want to go over some weird hacks that people have been using and reporting help them get their payment status updated. So the first one is enter your address in all caps. The second one is enter your information exactly as it is in your 2018 or 2019 returns. The third one is try entering your address into the USPS website, and whatever it spits out, copy and paste that to the Get My Payment portal. The next hack is to try entering your social security number with dashes in between. Now, for some people, they didn't put any dashes and it worked, and for some people, they put dashes and it works for whatever reason. Try using a different browser as well, and try spelling out the acronym. So if it's ST, try to put street instead. If it's LN, try to put lane instead. The next question is check got sent to an old bank account. So the information we had from the IRS was that if it gets sent to the wrong account, they'll take the money, send it back, and you'll have to wait for a mail check and then just check how much income you make and when you can expect to receive it in the mail. I already made a previous video on the exact dates of when you can expect it based on your income, but someone has reported on the comments, I got my money through a cashier's check. So they called their bank and the bank said, hey, it went to the old closed account, but we made a cashier's check for you and we're sending you the money. So if you got it sent to an old closed account, it wouldn't hurt to call your bank and try to figure out if they have your money, if they can just send you a cashier's check. So that'll be a lot faster than waiting for it to go back to the IRS and get sent to you. I know it's really a frustrating time right now, but just try to be patient and polite with whoever you call at the bank, and they can help you out. Also, if they did send it back, try to do a little investigating and figure out when they sent it back so you can know when to expect the check. If you have moved, check your previous location to see if the check has gone there. There are a lot of people receiving checks that don't belong to them, and this could be happening to you. Maybe your check is at your old address and that person has no idea who you are. Hopefully, if they do know who you are, they get that check sent to you. But just to be safe, if you did move, I would check with my old address because maybe the check is there right now. There's a lot of people not getting their payment per qualifying child. So for this, I went directly to the IRS website on question 19 on their frequently asked questions. I think the amount of my economic impact payment is incorrect. What can I do? And it basically says, if you did not receive the full amount to which you believe you are entitled, you will be able to claim the additional amount when you file your 2020 tax return. This is particularly important for individuals who may be entitled to the additional $500 per qualifying child dependent payments. For VA and SSI recipients who don't have a filing requirement and have a child, they need to use the non-filers tool on irs.gov by May 5th. So if you're on Social Security, you need to go onto the website by tomorrow, May 5th, and fill out your information for your child dependents. If you already got your check and you didn't get the extra $500 per dependent, it looks like based off this information, you're going to have to wait until next year when you file your 2020 tax returns, and if you're eligible under the income requirements, you will receive the additional $500 per dependent. A lot of people have been experiencing scammers that are pretending to be the IRS, a lot of fraud going on. My advice is to be very careful. The IRS is not going to mail you anything asking for your information to direct deposit. They're not going to call you about the check. They are never going to ask you for information. They won't reach out to you for this check. So what you should do is go to irs.gov, the only place you go to get your information about your check. Anywhere else, I would consider a scam. And also, there's a lot of other things going on, like people are getting texts from people pretending, oh, this is your local Walmart. You're eligible for a $200 stimulus payment to receive groceries. Just fill out your information with this link. Don't click the link. Don't open the emails. There's a lot of scams, so just be on your toes. My wife and I have a separate checking account. How do we get the check? So if you had the refund directly deposited in 2018 or 2019, whatever bank account it went to, it should go there. Now, if you filed for taxes and you got a separate tax return, you got a split between bank accounts, you're going to need to check Form 888, and on there, the first bank account that's listed is where the stimulus check will go. My husband receives U.S. Railroad Retirement Board benefits. We file taxes every year, but if we have a refund, it comes in the mail. Since our return doesn't go to direct deposit, will I receive mine with his? If not, what do I need to do? So if you filed your 2018 or 2019 tax return but did not receive a refund by direct deposit, your payment will be mailed to the address the IRS has on file. If you don't want it to be mailed, again, you can go to the Get My Payment tool on the IRS website to fill out your direct deposit information. My mother-in-law died a month ago. This week she received her stimulus check. Can we keep it? The CARES Act stimulus bill has a no clawback provision in it, meaning if someone has been deceased, they will not take the money back. So yes, you can keep it. Is the stimulus check just an advance on our 2020 tax refunds? If so, can we opt out? This is a very common question that keeps coming back no matter how many times it's answered, but the answer is no. It is not taxed. It's not seen as an advanced tax credit. It will not be seen as income on your 2020 tax returns. You won't pay taxes on it. I owe taxes. Am I eligible for the stimulus check? Yes, you can still receive the stimulus check as long as you are under the income threshold. Even if you owe taxes, you will be paid the full stimulus check. They will not take it from you and only give you what you owe and not what you paid in taxes. You will get the full stimulus check. My former husband owes back child support. Since he's delinquent, will he receive a stimulus check? If not, what happens to the $1,200? So in the CARES Act, Congress specifically mentions that child support is the only thing that can stop you from getting your stimulus payments. Your stimulus payment will be subject to the Treasury Offset Program. The TOP will be legally allowed to seize your stimulus payments if you're behind on child support and your state has referred those payments to TOP for collection. Will people with disabilities who receive SSI/SSDI and don't file taxes receive a stimulus check? Yes, they will. The IRS has their mailing information. A lot of people on Social Security have unanswered questions like, when am I going to receive my stimulus check? The answer has never been clear. To this day, Monday, May 4th, they are saying you should get it on the first week of May. We are in the first week of May, so hopefully you get it soon. My husband passed away in December and we jointly filed 2018 and 2019 taxes. I got a $2,400 stimulus check. Do I have to repay $1,200 of it? As it stands today, according to the IRS, anyone that was deceased, they will not have to pay back the money. There's the no clawback provision, so no, you keep the full $2,400. Can a homeless person qualify for a stimulus check if they don't have a mailing address? Yes, even if you're homeless, if you don't have a mailing address, you still qualify as long as you have a social security number and you're under the income threshold, which obviously if you're homeless, you probably are. You should, number one, get a mailing address or a bank account because you need one of those to receive the payment. Now, if you're homeless and you're watching this, you have internet access, so I would sign up for a bank account online in 5 minutes or less, something like M1 Finance, which I have linked in the description below. You get a free $10 when you sign up, but you can use any online bank, just find a good one with no fees. Get a checking account routing number, go to the Get My Payment portal, put in your direct deposit information, and you get your $1,200. Can college students who have jobs and file taxes for 2019 receive a stimulus check? Yes and no. So if you're a college student, you file taxes, and your parents did not claim you as a dependent, then yes, you can. But if you were claimed as a dependent, if your parents support more than half of your living costs, then no, you won't qualify for the stimulus check. What if I had a baby in 2020? Will I get the extra $500 for my child? You won't get that money now, but when you file your 2020 taxes next year, you will be eligible for that $500 stimulus payment as long as you are under the income thresholds. All right, I think I went through as many stimulus check questions as I possibly could. If you did not get your question answered in this video, I'm going to link 2 videos in the description below with more questions directly from you with your comments. I posted them right on the screen so you could see your own question. Hopefully it's in one of those videos. And also in that first video, if you go to the descriptions, the timestamps, you will see every question written out so you don't have to watch the entire video. You can go to the description, look for any question that applies to you, click the timestamp and watch it. Hopefully that helps you out. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out in any way, if you know it could help someone that you know, please share the video, get this information spread to everybody. If you have information to questions that have not been answered, comment them down below, help everyone out. We're a strong community here. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe with the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. Peace.